This weekend, America is commemorating our second annual Juneteenth as a federal holiday. President Biden signed the Juneteenth National Independence Day Act into law last June, making Juneteenth, which falls on June 19th, a federal holiday. And I have to admit, I'm one of the many Americans who had never heard of Juneteenth until I was well into adulthood. And that's in spite of the fact that I was born in Washington, D.C., a city that's been celebrating Juneteenth for decades. Like many Americans, I had learned in history class that Abraham Lincoln issued the Emancipation Proclamation on January 1st, 1863, and thought that was it. The slaves in the Confederacy were free. Although, of course, slavery continued to be legal in certain Union states like Delaware and Kentucky until the 13th Amendment. I had no idea that it took so long for word to reach the rest of the states. Juneteenth commemorates June 19, 1865, the day Union General Gordon Granger arrived in Galveston, Texas, to inform enslaved African Americans that they were free and to let them know that the Civil War had ended and that the Union had prevailed. General Granger's announcement put into effect the Emancipation Proclamation, of course, 2.5 years after President Abraham Lincoln had issued it, and about 2 months after Robert E. Lee had surrendered at Appomattox, Virginia. Also known as Juneteenth Independence Day, Freedom Day, or Emancipation Day, this day has been celebrated since the 1800s by African Americans across the country. And now it's a day that all Americans can and should commemorate. It's these cultural touchstones that help us acknowledge our history, good and bad, and to come together as one people. One of my favorite Juneteenth quotes is from President Barack Obama, who said, "Juneteenth has never been a celebration of victory or an acceptance of the way things are. It's a celebration of progress. It's an affirmation that despite the most painful parts of our history, change is possible, and there is still so much work to do." So enjoy your barbecues and surround yourself with friends and family this long weekend. I certainly am planning on it. But also, take some time to reflect on the meaning of this holiday, on the preciousness of freedom, and an understanding that freedom can't just be taken for granted. And let's all engage in the hard work of defending freedom for all here and overseas, and to fighting racial and ethnic injustice both here and around the globe.